We're experiencing some stuff.
This concert will not start for another 2 minutes and 35 seconds, and no one even mentions they're running late.
All right, guys, we're gonna open with Girl Baby Baby and close with Baby Baby Girl. Wait, no, that doesn't sound right.
Not finishing your set list until there's somewhere between a minute and 2 minutes and 35.
Tell me that Jeremy never been to a concert without being at a concert. Name one artist being on time based on the time giving is supposed to start.
Have to hit the perfect family harmony. We promised the fans.
Promising your fans any sort of perfection. Don't you know how life works? Always under-promise, and then mediocre feels like success. At least I think that's how.
No, the actual quote is under promise and over deliver, which is basically means setting low expectations at first until you actually deliver, which basically Brozo didn't do that until the end of the film. So
The fun boy? Is that a f boy pun? I swear that's a f boy pun. Now I just want a full movie about Clay's exploits off.
okay, basically what Luke and Granny Tamai said in their videos, that we eventually found out that Clay is pretty boring. But let me ask you this, Jeremy. Why are you making an inappropriate comment about a teenager? That is worth this many sins.
We're experiencing some stuff.
Thing I was told when my last Southwest Airlines flight was delayed by 5 hours somehow makes it into the script.
Who asked about your airplane experience? Secondly, I think any American can agree that Spirit Airlines is definitely the worst airline here.
You hate listening? It's a new thing.
It is not.
So, Jeremy has never heard of the word lying. Got it.
Now, falling in love is easy.
It is not. It usually requires a heavy amount of emotional investment and time. Being attracted to someone is easy. Conflating love and attraction is easy. And sinning your misconception is also.
So, basically, you're telling the audience that marrying your wife was a waste of time, giving off what you just stated? I feel so sorry for your wife if she somehow ends up watching this video, so...
Sensitive one either.
Okay, a lot of assumptions for someone you just met 30 seconds ago.
John Dory would be excellent at assumptions.
As someone a part of the John Doerr fan club, he absolutely does not deserve to be on Cinemasins, knowing what you just said about Clay earlier, so that's on you.
It wasn't until I heard about you saving the world from the rock apocalypse that I realized you were even still alive.
Wait, you thought your baby brother was dead? Dead? And you just went on with your life? Why would you assume your younger brother was dead?
To put it simply, John Dory had no way of knowing if Branch, or even his other brothers not counting Floyd, has lived or not since they were separated for years at this point. And based on his comments, he only found out about Branch living was he heard about it based on the Rock Troll takeover. I don't blame John Dory for not knowing, so...
I hadn't heard from him since the band broke up.
So did you also assume Floyd was dead?
Read my previous sin. He had no reason to know that Floyd lived because of the letter that states that Floyd is alive, so same logic applies here.
The bottle is made of diamond, and there's only one thing that's powerful enough to shatter diamond.
But the whole thing isn't made of diamond, right? It looks like a section is made of gold, and there's a small entry point for the tube. I know you want to get back to Chekhov's perfect family harmony, but I really think you have a few more options here to explore.
Let me ask you a question. How do you expect John Dory to open the bottle knowing how small he is? Even if he could, you just explained that they needed the perfect family harmony to open diamonds, meaning he needs his other brothers to crack it open, so that's on you.
You don't get it. You don't have any siblings.
Thinking someone can't understand something they don't have personal experience with.
You're kind of wrong here, actually. To be fair, that Poppy didn't know she has a sister till later on, and she was way too young to remember Viva. But I'm willing to bet that Jeremy doesn't understand my lived experience of being sexual. Just saying.
If we're gonna make it through the Rage Dome show, we're gonna need more troll.
Little known fact, we're gonna need more troll was briefly considered as a possible slogan for social media before settling on you won't even recognize your parents by the time we're done with.
Actually, gonna stop you right there. It's likely a reference to a short where Mr. Dingles told Biggie, I told you we need more glitter, and nothing related to the other fact that you just said, so...
I was gonna make some crack about why you're bothering to rehearse at all if you just steal talent from another person. I've realized the greater sin is this pair of fakers practiced more than the boy band who needed to hit their perfect family harmony. These musicians are dumb.
At least Brozone actually had talent. Wait, so you're telling me that you're defending the torture and harm that Floyd is currently experiencing? That's dark.
At the end of this sad song, we will see that Crimp here was playing the ukulele for this impromptu ballad she wouldn't have known was coming. Well, I heard all sorts of instrumentation, so where's the rest of your hidden band, Crimp?
Wait, you actually got into instrument correctly? And no, don't expect me to remove a sin since he's still gotten Poppy's ukulele wrong in the first Trolls video I covered, which you can clearly tell it's a ukulele, and also Jeremy fails to realize that Crimp is a beginner player. Based on Floyd's comment, you cut out, so...
The speed and swerviness that Rhonda runs in this movie, we should not cut inside to a calm conversation. We should cut inside to an absolute disaster area and possibly a dead troll or two.
Jeremy never been in a camper van before. Got it.
Hey guys, looks like I found some fellow rock climbers.
You are not rock climbing, you are pastel macaroni climbing. Also, the fact that you're climbing without a harness is a bad safety example to all those kids who might be watching. Do you want them to grow...
Jeremy, those are pool noodles, so basically they are noodle climbing. And secondly, even if they do need a harness, this isn't an indoor rock climbing place, meaning where do you expect them to put the rope for the rope harness?
This is my wife and business partner, Brandy. She is my soulmate, my very tall soulmate. But we make it work.
Scene does not contain diagrams and or visual proof of how these two make it.
Why do you think you deserve to know how these two had 13 kids? No one asked you how you and your wife had kids, so why do you think this was appropriate to ask for this film?
All right, fine. But this is more than likely beneath me.
What Anna Kendrick muttered while agreeing to do a third one of these things somehow makes its way into the...
Alright, stopping you right there, because you know damn well that Anna Kendrick actually enjoys voicing Poppy in the movies, and I called you out on it in the last Trolls video, so therefore you get more sense for fucking lying.
That noise, please. I don't need to have thoughts about troll sex, and... there goes my brain. Melted marshmallow.
As the token Cinemasins center YouTuber, you know damn well that I despise inappropriate jokes, and you know that Jeremy can't keep inappropriate comments to himself, and also sending Anna Kendrick whatsoever.
Crimp has invented a wearable, transportable prison device that sucks the life out of its inhabitants in real time. And if she isn't tried for war crimes by the end of this movie, I'm calling for a congressional hearing. Also, I'm well aware that the movie will try to make it sound like she thought she invented it for fruit, but the fact that the openings are perfectly designed for the existing diamond prison to be inserted says otherwise. So don't you claim that smoothie ignorance. You knew what was happening, or it wouldn't have worked. And history will
Okay, so basically setting these two scenes together, but pretty sure my audience who has seen this movie knows that Crimp didn't know Velvet's intentions were for the machine, and you cut that scene out, so stop manipulating scenes, Jeremy.
The kill time by having fun with different animation styles so your movie can hit feature length button.
I mean, the Trolls franchise used different art styles before, like the scrapbooking style in the movies and the cartoon animation style for the Trolls shows, so this ain't new, Jeremy.
Oh my gosh, hello!
And this will turn out to be Poppy's long-lost sister that no one was even looking for because of course it is.
Like I said with the Crimp scene, here's Jeremy again manipulating scenes, saying that no one went to look for Viva. Peppy was clear that he went to find Viva and didn't have luck since the tunnels caved in. So stop manipulating scenes, Jeremy.
Expenses.
Ignoring the bright red flag that is someone this excited about being in charge of...
Says the guy who makes tons of money for making a lot of money for these videos. Plus, you ever heard of bankers? Yep, that's on you.
Getting eaten until Viva and some of the other trolls fought them off.
Was fighting them off an option? I feel like what little I remember from the first Trolls movie, and I'll grant you it's not much, didn't imply any of the trolls were capable of fighting back against the Bergens.
I mean, I know technically Viva is pretty shoehorned in, which I won't disagree with other people, but you do realize it's not out of the realm of impossibility that trolls can fight creatures and characters that are bigger than them. Did you forget that Branch was able to fight off a spider to prick Poppy in the first movie? You really that forgetful?
And maybe it is, but it'll be worth it. Family's always worth it.
Hear me clearly. No. Family is not always worth it. All relationships are hard, and many are worth sacrificing and fighting for, but some are so toxic that separation is the healthiest option, and that includes family. So no, Poppy, family isn't always worth it, and anyone who needs to get off that guilt bus has complete...
Although I do agree with Jeremy that sometimes people, regardless if they're family or not, are toxic, and you do have a right to cut them out of your life, but I think you're missing one thing with Viva. She's traumatized since she thought her dad and sister were dead and wouldn't find her again, and since Poppy was alive and found her, she didn't realize that what she did was wrong until she met Bridget. So that's on you, Jeremy, for not realizing character development.
I've been by your side from the moment we...
Skip skipping the best part of this movie. That's definitely sin-worthy.
Chrissy, I didn't think we'd both find ourselves tied up on this honeymoon.
Sexist ideas of gender-normative roleplay. The children watching this movie need to learn earlier that anyone can click the sub button.
Jeremy, I'm pretty sure this joke was for the adults and not for the kids. Second of all, trust me when I say this, but this movie's adult jokes is way more funnier than your college girlfriend jokes. Because yes, I am that hard to impress with you.
Not only are they stealing talent from Brozone, now they're stealing my Rainbow Road strategy from Mario Kart 64, you bastard!
Your strategy? Buddy, I knew this trick since I was a kid. And second of all, are you telling me this movie can't reference Rainbow Road?
So when someone with no clothes on reaches behind themselves and then hands you an object that looks anything like this, you never, I repeat, never put that directly in your mouth.
Jeremy never heard of the term hammer space before.
Follow your lead, Branch.
Wow, if you'd done that an hour ago, this movie might be over by now.
You do realize that Brozone, an extension of Poppy and Viva, had to learn the importance of family, right? Meaning if this happened sooner, the lesson wouldn't have been finished, so...
I'm sorry we didn't get to see you grow up, but I'm excited to get to hang out with you now.
Only one of Branch's brothers apologized for a ban.
Who said that Floyd, Bruce, and John Dory haven't apologized? They could have, but Clay is likely the last one to either show up or the last one to apologize. Probably the latter.
Viva, get up here! We're in the van!
We? Lover Troll did not invite Viva. Way to make it weird, Poppy.
Says the YouTuber who makes uncalled for college girlfriend sex jokes and to make it weird. So, double standard much?
Shows everyone singing and dancing perfectly together without any rehearsals, and I'm realizing now that in this universe you don't need to practice to be perfect, which undermines the perfect harmony plot point all over again. God, troll movies! You only exist to make famous people sing and animators explore their psychotropic limit.
Jeremy, gonna say this in the most nicest way possible. Stop lying about how these movies existed. If you've seen behind the scenes stuff for the trilogy, you'll know that the crew adored making these movies. And I can respect you not liking the Trolls trilogy, but stop assuming the crew hates making these films.
Hey! Now leave me alone.
My uncle broke his neck tap dancing once.